Okay guys, I don't know what all you can see. Probably not much. Let me get this out of the way. Get you up above all of the let me look. Well, you guys can't really see anything. I won't be able to see anything until I actually pull off or get down here where we're going straight into the clouds. But there's the storm clouds. So I just thought I'd show you the clouds. Look at that. And that's something. And yes, I'm watching the road, guys. I am watching the road. I thought you guys would like to see some of that. And I have to skitter around some potholes or they swallow the whole front of the car up. But yeah, oh, you can tell it's raining in some spots. I'm glad I came home when I did, guys. I poured on. I have a car behind me that's having a conniption fit because I'm not going fast enough for them. Well, they'll be passing me here shortly. Are you ready? If they're coming this way, they'll be passing me. They are coming this way. Sorry about my dirty windshield. I forgot to put bug juice stuff in my windshield. If she can get a puddle jumper caught up with me, she'll pass me. Guys, do you see that on the windshield? Do you see that? Unbelievable. I left just in time because from here to get to there, in about half an hour it'd be raining where I was camping. Unbelievable, guys. Oh my goodness. That's hard rain. Yep, I came home in the nick of time. Looks like we're gonna have like rain, stop, rain, stop, rain, stop, and see it rain here, didn't rain here. You see it's wet up there. Yep, this is what we're gonna have to put up with, guys. I came home just in time. Well, good morning, everybody. I want to finish off this camping experience. I loved going. It just reset my whole mind, my body, my soul. I got a lot of sun. It felt good. My legs didn't tan, but if you're cooped up inside, guys, you need to get out, get some air, because your body's not meant to be solely indoors, and that's kind of where our government thinks we need to be, which is not healthy. So please find time to get outside, even if it's no more than on your own backyard or something, every day. You need that peace and quiet. You need to set your phone down and just go outside and enjoy it, because we need that. So I wanted to finish off my video by talking about things I wish I'd done differently, what I should have taken, what I shouldn't have taken, what I'm glad I did, what worked and what didn't work. A little extra padding would have been better. Maybe another light blanket underneath me. Maybe because I'm getting old and, it just needed a little extra padding. Now, I don't have a grate that goes over like a fire pit. And first of all, even if I did have one, I couldn't have lugged it anyways, so it wouldn't matter if I had one or not. So that wouldn't have helped if I had one. That's why I had my little barbecue grill. I hate cooking on charcoal. It takes forever to cook on that thing. I don't know what was up with it. I mean, my venison steaks were cut thin. And it took almost, it was probably an hour cooking. It should not have taken that long to cook those. And I had a good layer of charcoal bricks. They were good and hot. It just was not hot enough. I don't know what the deal was. I'm sorry, I prefer cooking on wood. I prefer getting a nice bed of hot coals and cooking on it. One thing I wish I'd had was a griddle, but I don't have one, or a good big frying pan to cook in. I just didn't have one, and I was looking at yard sales for a decent one with the right kind of handle, because you don't want to stick like my Rachel Ray, have that almost like rubberized handle or foam kind of handle. You don't want those on a barbecue pit because the handle's just not going to be there. But I was out driving around looking for things that people were throwing away out in the better neighborhood, because we have a not so good neighborhood on one side of the town. The better neighborhood's on the other side of the town, and it's trash citywide cleanup. And you never know what you're going to find, because I actually got some really good stuff. Was it last year or whatever? Anyways, but what I got was, I was driving through and I seen yard sale signs, and the people actually are moving from their big fancy home out in the country club where the golf course is, and they're having a yard sale. Well, they had forgotten to take their yard sale sign down, but they still had their yard sale stuff set up, so they said, sure, go ahead and look. What I found was exactly what I wanted. Look at this. It's a griddle. It's a 2-burner griddle. Now, I'm not going to use this in my house, but I only paid 75 cents for this. This is absolutely perfect for barbecue pits, because it's wide enough to go across the edge of the pit, and I can cook my bacon, I can cook all my meat on it, I can cook my eggs and everything on there, and my fried potatoes, and not burn them is a plus. And they actually weren't really burnt. They were they were colored for sure, but they weren't hard. There was a few that were really hard, but it was kind of hard to control the heat in that pan, because I wanted a thinner pan, but some things really needed something heavier. So that was a plus to get that. Something that I was so glad I took, but I really didn't need, hold on, is I took this with me. I can put boiling hot water in this, like say I boiled up some hot water on the fire pit, and I put it in this and just had hot water to wash up with something during the day without having to boil up more water. But I didn't use it. But am I going to not take it? No, I'm always going to keep this on hand. This is a 64-ounce container, and I'll tell you what, I can fill this with boiling water in the morning, and it will still have hot water in it at night. So it will hold hot water all day long. Another thing I took, but I didn't use it, and there's so many uses for this, but I will continue to take it. This is Tupperware. It's got the handle, and it comes off. You can unhook this. My fingers aren't working this morning, and it slides off. You unhook the top here, this little hook, and it slides off, and you have the container. You can do so many things with this. This is great to fill it with iced tea, or just fill it with ice if you want to have something just to stick ice inside there, or put something in here that you want to keep cold, but you don't want water in, and set this down in your ice chest. This is a perfect size. It's round. And I'll tell you another thing that I learned when I was doing selling Tupperware the first time I started selling. Big selling point for these was, back in the day, they used to fill these with boiling water, drop their, well, these will hold 2 pounds of hot dogs. Well, actually, they will put the hot dogs in these, fill it full of hot water, put their lids on, because, you know, hot dogs aren't actually supposed to be put in a pan and then boiled. The original way of cooking hot dogs was to boil them by putting the hot dogs in the hot water and letting them set. Well, anyways, putting the hot dogs in here, filling it full of boiling water, put the lid on with the thing popped, and then waiting for the steam to escape, and then putting the last little lid down over, and making sure that you have it. I gotta stop and breathe. Making sure you have it sealed, and check and make sure that this isn't bubbling, because that steam builds up. It could pop the lid. But check it a couple times to let the steam escape, and then once you've got all the pressure escaped, it's not going to do it again. But this is great for making up anything or keeping something out of the water. I didn't use it, but I only went for 2 days. The other thing I'm so glad I had was these coffee in a tea bag. And they are individually wrapped. So I probably could have just grabbed a few, but I hadn't opened the box yet. So I just took the whole box with me. These are Folgers. And they are wonderful and great tasting coffee. You did not taste the tea bag. The other thing I'm glad I took with me, and I'll tell you, this was handy, was this tray from the Dollar Tree. And I've had these for quite a while, and I had an extra one. And I kept my foil in it. I kept my utensils all in here for cooking. I'd wipe them back off, put them back in here, kept my foil in here. And it just kept things, you know, if I wanted to go do something, I just picked it up, took it with me. I didn't have to have my arms full or nothing like that. It was just nice to have stuff in a tray. On the table, handy, where I knew where everything was and nothing was scattered. What else did I have? Oh my gosh. The best thing I took with me was my coffee cup. You know, this has got to be like a 28-ounce cup. I don't know, because somebody made, you know how they do the coffee cup things. So I don't know really what size this is. I may pour water in here and find out. This is the best thing I took with me. Not really the best, but probably the number one best thing I took with me to use, because my coffee stayed hot forever in this thing. And I love big coffee cups. As you can see, this is the biggest one I've got at home. And this one says coffee is happiness in a cup. And that's the truth. So, coffee cup was the best thing I took with me. Other than that, the biggest fail I took with me was this thing. I don't even know where the middle part went. I lost it. It's probably up there on the ground somewhere. I lost everything out of it. I know I'm missing stuff. I kept picking stuff up. I finally just threw everything into one half of it and just said, it is what it is. Stacked it together and threw it in one of my boxes and said, well, there's some Band-Aids. There's my tweezers are gone. I can't remember what else I had in here. But this was a fail. And this is actually supposed to be like a lunch box, a snack box. It's a lock top, clip, lacquer storage. hope y'all didn't buy these for your kids and the kids are just going to say this is garbage and not use it, because there's just no way. No way, because just to maybe set in their locker, but to use the way it was intended it's not going to work. So that was the biggest fail I've ever had. But all in all, I had a most wonderful time. And thank you all so much for watching this video, because and all of my camping videos, it was such a joy to bring them all to you. I really enjoyed my time. I enjoyed getting out, getting away from everything that was going on and away from everybody. I am going back up there to camp one more time at least. I'm also going to my other friends, and I will be camping not too far from his house, because they're going to be mowing the hay down. So I won't be able to go out in the field. Well, they'll be mowing the hay down where I want to park too. So I don't know. We'll see. I want to get out and I want to camp at his house too. But I'm going to go get some full moon video coming up at his house tonight, because I'll be able to sit on his driveway and sit at the top of the peak of the hill and watch the moon come up. So that's my goal for tonight. And it seems like there was one more thing I took with me that I wanted to talk about, but now I can't remember what it was. And I didn't get one single tick. Not one single tick. I was like, I'm going to get tick bit. I'm going to, you know, didn't have any issues with that. So, everybody, thank you so much for coming on this little journey with me. There's this video, there's the fire pit video coming out, and I think that's the last of the videos for this. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and thanks for coming along with me. Bye, guys.